Welcome back to another episode of Chasing 200. It is very hard for a lot of you guys to believe, but I do have something called performance anxiety. Not to perform in front of people, but performance to perform on my own, especially when it comes to running. It is still very hard for a lot of people to believe that I've been running for the last 4 years and I've done multiple half marathons and full marathons, and people still think, wow, you still get nervous when you run, or you just still don't enjoy running. Trust me, I still do not enjoy running. But if you tune into the last video that I dropped when I talked about the injuries that I'm, battling from or recovering from, the last video that I mentioned, I was feeling good, and that video was yesterday, and I'm picking this video up today. And today is actually my first run back after my injury. And in case you don't again, if you missed the video and you're just watching this video for the first time, I'm training for 200-mile races this year. Everything was going good. While I was about to get into my peak week, that is when shit hits the fan, and I battled with some minor plantar fasciitis, which I thought was wrist fracture. But luckily, we are in a pretty good spot right now. I feel good, no pain right now. But now we just gotta run just to make sure we are gonna be able to run 100 miles. If I've been honest with you, I'm glad and I'm happy this injury kind of occurred, or injury happened. And the reason why I'm happy this injury happened is because I think oftentimes we see people accomplishing goals, and we all just think, oh, this people just are crushing the goals because they are this superheroes, or just built different. But just to show you guys, no, I'm not built different. I try to work through obstacles like a lot of you guys, and this is my obstacle right now that I'm trying to work through. So with that being said, we have anywhere between 6 to 8 miles today, and during the run I'll be covering how should you deal with getting back to running or to fitness after you've been injured, because it's very crucial. And this is important because a lot of people can relate to this right now. You got hurt, you got better, you start doing that thing again, and you got hurt again. And the reason that keeps happening is because you missed one key big mistake that most people make, and I've made that same mistake myself. Right, so before the run, the first thing I'm going to be doing, again, I showed this on the last video. This is the chirp RPM. This is going to just massage my feet, my calves, my Achilles, my hamstrings, just to make sure, again, all the soft tissue surrounding my foot. Because oftentimes when you get hurt, it could be your knee, it could be your feet. It's not really your feet or your knee. It's all the surrounding tendons and muscles that are weaker or inflamed that cause indirect pain. So we want to make sure I take care of those smaller things so the bigger things can be taken care of. Second adjustment I'm going to be making is the shoe that I am going to be wearing. And I have to admit, this is not my favorite shoe. This is not the shoe that I ideally want to run in, but I think it's going to be the shoe that has to do the job. So this is the New Balance Freshfoam X-More V5s. It's a good daily runner, and I've actually been walking around in this pair of shoes for the last couple of weeks, just because it's got max cushion. Again, the Freshfoam technology, I've been talking about I've been talking about New Balance for a while. The Freshfoam technology is something I enjoy really, really well. But again, with this pair of shoe though, it's a little too thick. It feels a little slightly heavier. It looks heavy, but actually it's not that heavy. But just compared to the New Balance, to the Ep.6 Super Blast 2 that I've been wearing, it's night and day. AC Super Blast, super light, super responsive. And this is responsive too, but just has a ton of cushion in it. And again, look at this, ton of cushion. And for somebody that's just dealing with the kind of injury that I've been, I'm trying to recover from, it is important that I have that kind of support, at least for my first run. Selfishly, just to give me that level of confidence that I am ready to crush this run. So this is the shoe that we are going to wear today. I'm going to stretch, foam roll, and I'm going to get after this 6 to 8 mile run, depending on how it goes. Whenever you run a video, unless we talk about nutrition, of course, if you've been following this journey for a while, you know what my nutrition stack typically is. But on this run, I'm not really doing any sort of pre-workout meal, just because, again, I don't think it's going to be anything super long, and I just didn't want to have too much in my stomach. But I've been doing the Precision Fuel. We're doing the Precision Fuel carb mix here. This is 60 grams for 2 scoops, 60 grams of carbs total, 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That you guys have been following for a while, you know exactly what my electrolyte of choice is going to be. It's going to be the SWITCHBACK electrolyte, again with the new flavor, the tropical mango. Link in the description. Samok, if it will save you 10% on your order. If you don't want to settle with a big tub, you can always get the $34.99 sample pack, which comes with a variety of flavors. You can test it out before you feel like, okay, you like one flavor more than the other. Then you can, of course, snag the bigger tub. And the gel I'm going to be using, again, is the Martin gel, the 160. This is going to be 40 grams of carbs per gel. I'm just going to have this with me. I don't think I'm going to be using it, but again, I just want to make sure it's on me in case I do need it and my run actually end up going longer, because I just feel good. Currently my first long run back after being hurt for the last 12 days or so from a foot injury. I'm currently training for a 100-mile race, which is 11 days out as of today. I feel like my first run back is like showing up to confession, confessing to the Father, like, hey, forgive me, I've sinned. But we'll see how it goes. Because you guys have life, I don't expect any of you guys to be glued up to my content. But in case you are wondering, I am training for 200-mile races, the Big One 100, Crazy Mountain 100, which is 4 weeks after that. And if you say, hey, I thought it was a run, why are we walking? One of the biggest mistakes most people make when it comes to especially coming from injury is they jump in too fast, too soon, too quick. Because you feel good doesn't mean that tendon or muscle is strong enough to be able to absorb whatever kind of pressure or stimulus that you're about to provide to it. So that's why it's very important to use a run-walk strategy when you're coming back from injury. So in this case, I want to do anywhere between 6 to 8 miles ideally, but I'm just going to take it and let my body kind of just dictate what's going to give me. So that's why I'm walking. The first mile was about 8:45 pace, and it's going to walk about a quarter of a mile, and then I'm going to run, and I'm going to repeat that until I feel like I've gotten enough stimulus for the day. Okay, run complete. I end up finishing 9 miles. I'll finish 9 miles in 1 hour, 22 minutes and 36 seconds at a pace of 9:11. Very ominous number, 9:11. Yes, total miles for the week, 9 miles, because it's my first run back. I'm super stoked by that. And I think one of the biggest leg gain, maturing in the gym or maturing in your fitness journey, is knowing when to push it and when to kind of let off a little bit. Today's one of those days when to let off. I felt great. Yes, the foot is not 100%. It's my left foot, by the way. It's not 100%, better. I can still feel a slight little, maybe pain, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll put like, an annoyance, like maybe 3. And it's one of those things where, the longer you push it, the more, damage you might potentially be doing. So it's better just to take that win, go home with it, and then roll that into something else. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the day today is going to be, I'm going to, get in my ice barrel, get some ice treatment in, do all the necessary things I need to do to make sure my feet is going to be feeling 100%. And also going to get on the bike about an hour or so. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing an hour on the Stairmaster, some low impact sort of movement, just to make sure I keep, building my fitness as best as I can without, potential of furthering injuring my foot. So the main topic I want to cover in this video is how do you treat getting back to the fitness after you've been hurt for a while. The first things first is your expectation. And what I mean by that is do not try to compare where you were prior to getting hurt to where you are right now. That's going to lead you to the position where you are going to jump into your fitness too fast, too soon. Like psychologically, mentally, you might feel ready, but your body or that muscle or whatever that tendon that you hurt might just not be ready to absorb that sort of stimulus. So do not compare where you were prior to injury to where you are right now. And 2, take it one day at a time. Like I just mentioned, I'm going to take this win. I'm going to roll with it. If I had a terrible run, I'm not going to be distraught about it. I just know, okay, me being distraught is not going to help me, or it's not going to do anything positive for me. If anything, it's just going to set me back mentally and psychologically. So I just take it. You're trying to find the positives in everything. Yes, I would love to do double digits today, but I got 9 miles in, 9 miles more, 9 miles, quote unquote, pain-free-ish. I'm going to take that with a positive. Yes, I want to do double digits. Yes, I want to do 16 plus miles a day. I want to jump to it because I'm like, oh my God, I am less than 2 weeks out. I need to, if I cannot finish a 60-mile run, how am I supposed to do a 100-mile race? You cannot think like that. You just have to put yourself in a position of, one step at a time kind of mentality, and just find the positives in what you are doing. The last thing, which I think is the most important thing, is recovery is monotonous. The things that you need to do to get back to 100% is very boring. It's very monotonous. That's one of the biggest difference that pulls a lot of people back from actually getting back to where they need to be. Especially if somebody that's been maybe into your fitness journey, you never sustained that kind of level of injury before, you never had any sort of setback, and now just going for a run, or going for a PR in the gym, or lifting the amount of weight I used to lift in the past is not something I used to do. That can definitely mess with you psychologically. So my encouragement to you is give yourself some grace, and I promise you, if you do those 3 things, you find yourself a lot quicker back to where you used to be, instead of staying in that sort of whoa mentality. So that is the video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content of this video. It's very quick, short, straight to the point. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because I think you'll like it here. And as always, don't forget to empty your tank. It's Samok from Samok Get Fit, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.